But keeping it with earnings, then Symphony pulled that counter up, reacting to its numbers. It was a strong show coming in from Symphony as far as the first quarter goes. We saw the top line doubling and profit came in up about 65%. The counter also trading near about the highs of the day. Good gains coming in. In fact, we're joined now by Nrupesh Shah, Executive Director at Symphony. Very good afternoon to you, sir. Good to have you on. And you know, this was a quarter where we did see that heat wave across the northern part of the country. It was a delayed monsoon and an extended summer, and we've been touching base off and on with you to really get a sense of the trends. Now we have the numbers before us. Have they met your expectations? And you know, when we look at the kind of strength that we've seen this time, is this simply a seasonal factor? How much of this can we expect will sustain?
So this performance is despite in the beginning of the year as well as in the beginning of the season, there was a huge inventory pile-up at the level of trade. So that inventory pile-up has been not only cleared, but there has been a huge offtake. So by the way, in some of the quarters, there was some apprehension about air cooler category itself. So the performance and numbers very aptly responds to that. That's number one. Number two, as per the philosophy of Symphony, we don't just look at or guided by some of the bad quarters or bad season. So as a part of the Symphony's philosophy of version 3, we had looked much beyond that in terms of the product innovation, nurturing the trade channel, and focusing on the brand. So that has really yielded the result. That's number one. Number two, at the end of the season, neither at a company level nor at the level of trade, there is any inventory pile up. Number three, starting 1st July, we do have off-season collection and sales scheme, and we are witnessing very robust sentiments and demand in that respect. And we expect current year to be back on track, and we are estimating good performance and maintaining current level of profitability margin.
Right. Will you be, I mean, margins at 16%, you're saying this is sustainable. Could there be any cost related tailwinds as well? Because of late we've seen some softening in raw material prices as well.
Yeah. So our operating margin in June 19 quarter has been about 50% on a standalone basis, and we are reasonably confident to maintain around that. Secondly, we have also launched and coming out with series of new models across residential category, commercial cooler category, as well as package air cooler category, and which should also drive the sales. And we are reasonably comfortable to maintain current level of margin, and that's what we target.
All right. What would be the plan in terms of, you know, where you expect growth to come in from now as we look forward to the rest of the financial year? How has the second quarter been? Are you seeing traction in these newly launched categories? Or you know, if you could give us any sort of color where you expect traction will continue going into the end of fiscal 20?
So there is phenomenal traction, and for some of the models, even though molds are under development and commercially they are going to be available few months down the line, but based on the design, based on the feature, based on the brochures, there has been terrific booking, and the quantity wise the booking of those models is more than the annual sales of some of the peers.
So it should be better than peers. Thanks so much for joining in, Mr. Shah. Good luck for the quarters ahead. That's Symphony for you. It's a very good performance for them, and they expect this to sustain going forward from here as well. Inventory has come down, and they are at comfortable levels going forward from here. We also have the management of Welspun Enterprises with us. Came out with numbers a while back. It was a strong quarter for them, 50% jump